Hello children, welcome back to Mother's Digital Curriculum. Let us continue with class 12, chapter 4, magnetic effect of current, part 2 formulas. So the first one is Ampere circuital law is given as integral B dot dl will be equal to mu naught I. So this is the Ampere circuital law result. So if you expand this vector format, you will get the answer as B dl cos theta will be equal to mu naught I. If theta equal to 0, your cos theta will be equal to 1. Substituting will get integral b dl equal to mu naught I. On integrating and giving the limit for dl as 0 to L, let it be capital L or small l. The answer will be BL equal to mu naught I. So this is the formula after integrating and substituting the limits. The next formula is magnetic field due to a straight solenoid. So we know that solenoid will be in this format. We are going to calculate what will be the magnetic effect inside the solenoid and at the end of the solenoid. So inside the solenoid, it is given as B equal to mu naught Ni. At the end of the solenoid, the answer will be half of the magnetic field created in the middle. So B end will be half times mu naught Ni, where mu naught is the permeability, N is the number of turns per unit length, and I is the current passing through the solenoid. One, magnetic field inside a toroidal solenoid. So the toroidal solenoid is the solenoid where the ends are connected. So this is your toroidal solenoid. So if you calculate the magnetic field inside the toroidal solenoid somewhere here, the answer will be B equal to mu naught Ni, as same as your linear solenoid, B equal to mu naught Ni. And inside this vacant place or outside the toroidal solenoid, the magnetic field will be 0. These things may be asked in your MCQs. Make sure that you are going to focus small things so that you will be able to answer MCQs as well. The next formula is related to the force. The formula is force on a charge q moving with velocity v in a magnetic field at an angle theta is given as F equal to q vb sine theta. We know that q is the charge, v velocity at which the charge is moving, b is the magnetic field, theta is the angle between v and b. The next formula, we know that the electric force is given as F equal to QE. Similarly, magnetic force on a charge will be given as QVB sine theta. In a perpendicular magnetic field, the charge follows definitely a circular path. So what will be the condition? So centripetal force will be equal to the magnetic force. So comparing these two centripetal forces, mv square by r, magnetic forces qvb sine theta, theta will be 90, sine 90 will be 1. So that we'll be getting only qvb. So on solving this, we'll get r equal to mv by qb. And time period, which is given as 2 pi m by qb. On solving this expressions, you will be getting the time period. Inverse of time period is your frequency. So frequency will be equal to qb by 2 pi m. Kinetic energy gained by an electron when accelerated through a potential difference V. So here half mv square will be equal to EV. See, make sure children, small v stands for velocity and the capital V stands for potential difference here. Don't get confused and don't try to cancel small v and capital V. Thus, we'll get V equal to root of 2 EV by M. So where E is your charge, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. V is the potential difference, M is the mass of the electron. So based on this formula, we can calculate what is the speed of the electron. The next one, force on a current carrying conductor. F is given as I. See, current carrying conductor, that means I play a very important role here. So we have to express force in terms of I. So F equal to I, L cross B. L is the length of the material. B is the magnetic field created. So L cross B. So on expanding the cross product, you will get LB sine theta. Again, if theta equal to 0 or 180, force is 0. And if theta equal to 90 degree, the force experienced will be maximum and which is given as ILB sine 90. We know that sine 90 equal to 1. Therefore, F max will be equal to ILB. The next The next formula is force between parallel current wires. First one, you're going to calculate force per unit length. So the unit length means L will be equal to 1 meter. In that case, we have to express the force in terms of small f, where the formula is given as mu naught I1 I2 divided by 2 pi r. The same formula can be written for length L. So it is expressed as capital F equal to mu naught I1 I2. Same formula which is multiplied by 1 L, because L is not equal to 1 here. Okay. So mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi R.
Balance formula we'll see in part 3. Subscribe the channel for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.